Hello everybody, Andy from ASAP Trading here. Today we're gonna have a big hard look at the Indian stock market, one of the best performing stock markets so far, and here is why. Since 2018 it was in a long-term accumulation, and this accumulation was marked by a capitulation low in March 2020. Right after, we had a very strong signal flashing. We had a crossover on a MACD with a very strong delta above 50, and that crossover on a MACD was marked by a close of that weekly trading range within the upper 5% of the candle. The rally was looking so strong in this period because it was running on a positive delta, but that changed recently. It's worth mentioning that the whole rally was running on such candles with a very small trading range. The whole rally was running on low volatility, and during this rally we was forming all the way this big massive divergence on an ASAP MACD, and recently the things changed, and the distribution with a negative delta started appearing on the ASAP Smart Money. When pulling out the drawings, you will see that not only the candles ranges was narrowing, but the trading channel was narrowing as well. This is why I treat this as a distribution on the trend. So price is continuing going higher, divergence is continuing forming, negative delta is continuing forming, and this is why I think from here to here people are starting unloading the positions that was gathered 3 years ago. That was the weekly. On a daily, the price action is very interesting. Switching to line chart for a better visibility. Right here we've got a high, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all these running on a divergence on a ASAP MACD. All this considering that the volume line on ASAP Smart Money is penetrating the 50 game zone, and price is still above the 50 game zone, which means that leaves plenty of room for the price to the downside. And if in today's session we're gonna see a close within the lower 5% of the candle, that's going to trigger a very strong sell signal. That's going to be within this divergence. Will have confirmed this divergence once again with a crossover on a ASAP MACD near the zero equator line with a hold within the lower 5% of the candle. This is why I think it is a not too bad short entry point, with an aggressive entry being here with a stop at 50.34, and a conservative entry is going to be here or after we close below this support and resistance band with a stop at 50.85. The targets are going to be as follow. This zone, this base right here is going to be our first target, and after that I'm considering that a bounce is very likely to the levels of this high right here, or maybe even above to this high, who knows. And after touching the base once again, making a lower high, and finally penetrating the base to the downside. And why this is very important? Because we have a distribution pattern on a daily that is happening right on the top of another distribution pattern on the weekly. Yes, we have a distribution pattern within a distribution pattern. So here we've got a high, another high, and a final blow of high. All this on a divergence that I already showed you. I am expecting a touch of this base, a bounce to the levels of this high, a touch of the base once again, a bounce to the levels of this high and the penetrating of the base to the downside. To be honest with you, this base coinciding with these highs right here and a penetration of the base deep enough is not considered by me at the moment, but that is a possibility as well. So that was it for this one. Thank you very much for watching.